Hi there everyone in internet land, it's Monica, your favorite Mary Kay diva, and my gorgeous model again, Marissa. It's so nice to have her lounging around the house. Not really lounging, but I get to borrow her whenever I feel like. Anyways, today's video, as I promised, is going to be about the 5 beauty mistakes you may just be making. So let's get started. First of all, before you go to bed every night, you should clean your eye makeup off with something like our oil-free eye makeup remover. And you can see that wild liquid inside. It looks like there's oil, but it's oil-free. There's 2 different emulsions in there to take off waterproof and non-waterproof eye makeup. And because you only have 3 layers of skin around the eyes, you want to be very gentle. So I'm going to show you the best way to take off your eye makeup, and also to remind you that this actually conditions your lashes as well. So you want to shake it up first so it's cloudy, and you're going to squirt some on a quilted cotton pad so that it's wet. And if it was on your eyes, you'd close your eyes and count to about 10 or 15 and then gently wipe in that direction from the outer side, like the inner corner, the inner corner of your eye out. But for today's purposes, this is what I have on Marissa's arm. That's liquid eyeliner. As you can see, it's not going anywhere. So I'm just gonna hold it, count to 10 quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then what you're gonna do is just pull it off, okay? Now watch how gently that just comes off, like that. Great for removing fake tattoos as well. But don't tell anyone I told you. All right, next, eye makeup remover. Most important thing, take your eye makeup off every night before bed. So you don't want little mites on your eyelashes. And if you've never heard of that, Google it, you'll be scared to death. Next, foundation primer. Oh my God, my clients call this spackle. Because if you're gonna paint the walls, you'd put on paint primer first, because the paint primer makes your paint go on smoother, goes further around the room, and it looks better after a really good finish. Same thing with foundation primer. And our foundation primer also has an SPF of 15. So what you're gonna do is just pat it everywhere on the face. I usually do extra here by the T-zone because that's where I have larger pores. And by the forehead, so around the nose and the mouth. And you just pat it in, and then you can just blend it in lightly. Okay, this is your face we're dealing with, people, not the floor. So be gentle. So foundation primer. Really nice, smooth texture on the skin. And it just evens out your face so that when you do foundation, it just glides on. So next we're gonna talk about the right blending tools. Think of using the right blending tools when you put on your foundation as like if you were gonna eat a steak, using plastic cutlery would not do the trick, right? So you wanna use professional blending tools when you're putting on foundation. We have lots. This is a liquid foundation brush like this. We have this amazing blending brush, and I'll show you. I think I showed you once before what that was like. But my daughter loves our blending sponge, and I'll show you that I did a picture, I'll show you after, but when you get it, it's hard and dry, and you want to put it under the water and squeeze and squeeze it, and it expands and makes it soft to work with. So if you use liquid foundation or CC cream, whatever works best, I like to use the end of the sponge. So I just put a little bit like this on, and then I'm going to do just dab. And what you want to do when you put on a foundation or a CC cream is you want to work it right away into the area. You don't want to put it on and forget about that side and work somewhere else. You want to immediately pat it into the skin. So that's why I like this bottom side, because it really covers a lot of area right away. The little point is great to get under the eye and around the nose like that. And then I'll just put a little bit more on. So again, you saw how much I put on, just a smidge, just a smidge. Hold this for a minute, love. Thank you. And just pat it everywhere. right up to the hairline. So it's a great tool, but again, it has to be damp. If it's not damp, it's gonna be really awkward, feels awful. And then you just, by the jawline, you just kind of blend it in. Again, we don't want a demarcation line. We don't want stop and start. You could use the edges of it just to blend it around the hairline. I'm not putting this on her eyelids because it has an SPF. And if you need a little bit extra in a certain spot, you just pat it there. Like that. Okay? Really nice, quick and easy. Foundation primer. Use such a small amount. It's amazing. My clients, like I said, they call it spackle. They call me, say, get me some more spackle. And don't forget, when you're running low, cut it in half and get the rest out. Okay, next most awesome thing ever, eye primer. Maybe I'll show you the right side. Eye primer, same type of thing. If you're gonna put eyeshadow on and you have oily eyelids without eye primer, this is what it's gonna look like. This is rose gold. You're just gonna put it on her eye. Looks fabulous, great color, but it has nothing to stick to, okay? So, watch the difference. When I put a smidge of eye primer, when I use eye primer, I use my ring finger because it is the weakest muscle and you need a small amount. Okay, you can see that, I think, a small amount. Just pat it. It'll dry clear. Okay, and then you can go right away into your eyeshadow. And this keeps it from getting creased up in the crease. You know, some people, you have a little line right here in the crease and you find all your eyeshadow is gooped up there. This stops that from happening. So the intensity of the color is better. And I'll show you where you can probably see. Marissa, if you go up close to the camera, oh, you have to go a little bit higher, love. No eye primer with eye primer. Pretty huge difference. So if you want your eyeshadow staying all day long, can't go without an eye primer to keep it in place. Okay. We talked about professional tools. This is our amazing brush kit. And I'm going to show you this because it comes with 6 brushes. I'm just pulling them up here. So we have beautiful brushes that are all synthetic. So that means everything blends really nicely, easy to clean, professional brushes. And you also get a lip brush in there. You get an extra one in our Mary Kay brush collection. And it comes in this beautiful little clutch with pockets to put them in, and also a little flap to protect the bristles. Great, easy travel tool. Your brushes don't look like a truck got run over, and you're good to go. Grab that and a little bit of a makeup in a compact, and out the door you go. Okay, now that you have these awesome brushes, you have to clean them. Not every day, don't worry, you don't have to clean them every day. But if you're using something like this, or any other type of brush that would have liquid foundation in it, please do it at least once a week because there's a lot of bacteria. Now, when I'm cleaning something like this, or my liquid foundation brushes, okay, my secret, Dawn dish detergent. I know, crazy, right? I put a little bit in my hand, I wet the brush, I go like this, and I rinse it under the tap like this, and then squeeze it like this at the end. So when I'm squeezing it, any water coming out should be clear. That means it's clean. Now, if you're at home and you just want to switch this is our brush cleaner, you want to switch up your color. What you do is you take your little eyeshadow brush, for example, you squirt it, oh, no, maybe not in your face, and then you clean it like this quickly on a paper towel. And then you can go right away and do eyeshadow. This is okay for changing the color, you know, every day if you want, but at least you've got clean brush for doing the next shade. So you want to clean your sponges and your brushes at least once a week, but minimum once every 2 weeks, okay? Because you don't want to do a nice, beautiful makeup look and be using dirty brushes, because the colors aren't going to look good, and what are you spreading around? So we'll go over those 5 tips again quickly. Number 1, use eye makeup remover every night to take off your eye makeup. Just your eye makeup, 3 layers of skin. Be gentle around that area. 2, spackle, foundation primer. Number 3, eye primer. Keeps your eyeshadow in place and not creasing. Number 4, using professional brushes. Number 5, using the right blending brushes for foundation. And as a bonus, a brush cleaner. Clean your brushes. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.